That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like, and then I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze.
Oh yeah, I'm a dumbass.
Can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Hey, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not.
Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
What's going on, brother? Another drunk? Nah, let's get it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
We playing some Madden Drunk, boys.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
You got an 8, you a bitch.
Come in off of wins, great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The Oklahoma product Baker Mayfield trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
What's that?
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game.
No, but I like the sport though, so.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta adjust audio on this because it's too damn loud. I am on YouTube. I gotta switch it up a little bit. Just to be different. Shit.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Mayfield to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable. Player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me?
I just scored in 8 seconds. That's pathetic.
Stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also
no, I scored in 8 seconds.
They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're
oh, that's hella good.
Be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
They just suck.
Kick it away following the touchdown.
It's bad for them.
Fields it in the middle.
No, I can't. I'm out of PlayStation Live right now.
It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 18 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
The 38-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On third down, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Come on, let's go.
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And Jackson throwing once more. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To go.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jake Ryan able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Ravens 10. Browns nothing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0.
That's a little nasty.
On EA Sports.
10. Browns nothing.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Oh, man, come on. Don't do us like that.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
This throw caught right around the 6. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Jackson going to run, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Come on, come on. Touchback, good. Can't fucking run it.
Not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
At the 49-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Baltimore.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson looking in zone, but it's incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
And this is caught. Touchdown,
there we go.
Baltimore.
Complete to
Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our players spot. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Derek Wolfe, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillendow as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. 24-17, your final score. From there, it's off to Southern Nevada. Check out the action going on beside the neon lights of Las Vegas. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 33-27 was the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. 35-27, the final score. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5.
Later.
A nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Willie Snead, his 4th touchdown on the year. as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
1st and 10.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Myles Garrett. Baker Mayfield sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. That will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. That is caught left side by Bryant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away.
Give him a little bit of advantage, fuck it.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it?
Oh, well.
When they see that happen, it's just...
I like to see them try to come back.
Right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
1st down, Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's
About fucking time. Jesus,
he'll be
Steve.
taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there. First down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
That's hilarious.
Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Mayfield with it once more.
Oh,
and he
thank you,
fires
buddy.
one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. 20, 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening
Not to
up.
put my
I think
backup
you'll get a
quarterback
chance to
in,
play
like,
before this one is over now with that type of a
this
cushion.
ain't funny.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Thought the Browns were good. What the fuck's this bullshit?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
I want them to run it a little bit.
So
Like,
they'll
come
get
on.
another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Come on, run it.
Here comes Johnson on the return. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final
Y'all
play
tell me
of
y'all
this
fucking
3rd
run it.
quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield
Come on, what was that?
throwing middle, but it's
Give me some
incomplete.
competition. Jesus,
The
dude.
intended receiver was Rashard.
Since y'all don't want to give me competition, I'm tidying it up, alright?
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle,
Come on.
and it's incomplete.
Mayfield's
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get
Oh,
to him.
y'all suck.
Elias
Jesus
Campbell
Christ,
in there
dude.
to
Come
get him,
on.
and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter
Who
the
should I play
situation.
next? Like,
In
seriously.
this case, though, I think he's got
I'm
a
getting
good
tired of
decision.
this.
He's taking a pretty good beating
No
out there.
competition. There was
With the deficit,
nothing.
maybe
Like,
not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
come on, man.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Chew this up a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Carry for Baltimore. Mac Wilson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
50 points, maybe?
They'll go again with Dobbins. And tackled down after
Probably.
a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd down.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Stop made by
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Past the 20. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
No, I
love
don't.
how you use the word will. because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other.
You know what? I'm going to give them a chance to put it on the hard side.
Wow, that's
If they can't do that, then they're just
ass.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up.
It's like the best.
They needed the football back.
Or,
unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
yeah, it's the best that it plays on the fucking field. That is the best they have.
When a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Humphrey on the coverage.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Come on.
Right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Ain't gonna go for it? Come on.
To the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead,
That's
fourth
weak.
quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. With this lead and the football, things
You know
obviously
what?
looking good, but
Fuck
maybe you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, looking for Andrews down. That's caught at the 25.
Come on.
To the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown.
What?
Add to their totals. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon?
Oops.
Because he softened him up throwing the football.
Am I gonna lose now?
Running lanes, and when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Offense. Come on, man.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Baltimore, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Browns,
look at those stats.
It's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
.586 to 42 yards. Damn. They sucked. I'll catch y'all later.